La sonrisa. For those of you who may not or may know, that is the smile in Spanish. But yeah, the smile. Tom York and Johnny Greenwood's new band, The Smile. I guess new is sort of an overstatement at this point because it's, they've been at this for a while now. They've already put out an album, but they're coming out with a new album January 25th or 26th, one of those. And they put out some singles, and let's just say they're really, really good. And that is an understatement. But I've done one video covering The Smile. It was one of their, I think, underrated tracks from their debut album, Opening the Floodgates, I believe that's what it's called. That song's incredible. Go check out that video. If you're a fan of Radiohead, if you're a fan of Tom York, check out the band, check out that album, check out that song. But this new song from their new album, it's called Bending Hectic. And by new song, I mean they put it out last year over the summer. But it's new because it's a part of their new album, so we'll say that. But they've been putting out some singles as well. I think this was the first song they released. This is an 8-minute fucking monster. But what's amazing is that when you listen to it, it feels like 4 minutes. Like, it does not feel like an 8-minute song. Maybe I'll feel it when I'm reacting to it here, but we're going to do a reaction and analysis to Bending Hectic, one of The Smile's new songs. It is one of the greatest songs I've ever listened to in my life. Or maybe is that an overstatement? I don't know. Let's find out. That's beautiful. These weird melodies with the guitar. That's so weird. I love it.
I'm changing down the gears. I'm slamming on the brakes. Of inches of top from the 60s. Coming to a bend now, skidding round the hairpin. The sheer drop down the Italian mountainside.
Oh, yeah. That chord is an amazing, amazing release. Fantastic.
Time is kind of frozen, and you're gazing at the view. And I swear I'm seeing double.
Ah, that melody. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Gonna bring me down, no, no way, no how. I'm letting go of the wheel.
Oh, yes.
'Cause it might be as well.
Yes.
It might be as well.
That section was amazing.
Is coming for me now. We've gone over the edge. If you got something to say, say it now. Gonna bring me down, no. No way, no how. I'm letting go of the wheel.
reverb on the percussion is insane. Okay, I told you, it feels like 4 minutes. I mean, that shit just flies by. I was trying to, for the first time, actually, I tried to do a reaction where I sort of look at the lyrics while I'm listening to the song, just to try to make more sense of it and try to provide a better analysis and stuff like that. The lyrics, it seems like it's about sort of, you know, someone tumbling, you know, like snowballing down, whether it's metaphorical or physical, you know, just driving a car, losing control, and just going into a car crash, going off a cliff. Obviously, it could be taken literally, but I think there's obviously more to it. It's metaphorical, you know, someone perhaps going into madness, or just losing control of their own self, you know, and then possibly going down into some serious consequences. That's interesting because it really beautifies the song even more, especially with... I mean, this song is so long. I mean, it's 8 minutes, but it's like a fucking Tool song. But it has different sections, but its verses, they're very serene, they're very calm. And it makes sense because it's the sections where the falling is happening. So everything, and we've all seen this, right, in movies and stuff like that, and when people describe going into a car crash. It feels like you are floating in space. It feels like everything's frozen and everything's moving slowly. That's sort of how everyone describes a car crash. And that's what those verses feel like. It feels like you're descending, into something, into madness. Not only literally, the car is literally going off a fucking cliff, but you yourself, you're descending into this madness, and it feels like everything is moving in slow motion. So it's perfect. I mean, the way the verses are sung, the way the instrumentation is, it's very serene. It perfectly sounds like you are driving off a fucking cliff and you are in the driver's seat. No pun intended.
I'm changing down the gears. I'm slamming on the brakes.
But it's so interesting, from what I'm guessing here in these lyrics, in the pre-chorus where he's saying, I am letting go off the wheel. That's when everything changes. We hear this beautiful chord, and it's sort of signaling this metamorphosis. It's signaling this opening of something, this kind of, the third eye is opening, that's what it sounds like. When that happens, the song then changes, and it's another section of the song that is as equally as beautiful. The first time it happens, it feels like you're entering, I don't know, it's like the Wizard of Oz, right? And everything goes into color, it's like one of those moments where it's like, holy shit, and the song becomes 10 times more beautiful.
'Cause it might be as well. It might be as well.
But then we get to the chorus, and the chord progression here in this chorus is amazing. Tom's melody is amazing. The instrumentation of this whole section is amazing. It is exactly like this. It's like this euphoric feeling of you go from pain and suffering, and then you go into joy, and it's like you're transitioning into heaven. It's like a weird thing. But see, the whole scenario of this whole song sounds pretty dire and sounds pretty bad. But there are moments in this song where the protagonist sort of takes the onus to do what's necessary to make the moment and to make what's happening beautiful and to turn it into something good. And let me explain what I mean by that is because, he's saying, I've got these slings and arrows. I've got these slings and arrows, but I'll force myself to turn. And this is where it's like, I guess it's sort of the metaphor of turning the wheel, literally, right? You're driving somewhere, and where you're driving to is not the destination that you want. And so you have to turn. You have to pivot, right? And so that's sort of what I'm guessing. That's part of the reason why I think he uses the word turn here. But also literally, right, turn the wheel, right, turn direction. But also what's interesting is that he drove off a fucking cliff. And he's descending into this dire situation. And then there's a part of him that says, I'm going to let go off the wheel here because it's almost like I've given up. But then he decides to turn, regardless, while he's descending. And that's such a weird thing. It's like deciding to unshoot yourself after you've decided to shoot yourself. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know what more you can do. You've already you're already driving off the fucking cliff. How can you turn and change the final destination? Also no pun intended. But that's what he uses, and I guess this is why this song is a metaphor, right? Is you can change, you can course correct, even when it seems like you can't, right? When it seems like the world is going to end, when it seems like you're at the very fucking bottom, you can turn the wheel, and so that's what I'm getting at here. I don't know. Let me know how you feel in the comment section below if you think I'm onto something here, but. I guess this sort of is solidified further in the chorus at the very end of the song, in the latter end of the song. Despite these slings, despite these arrows, I'll force myself to turn. And also the way that he says turn, Like, it's like he's like, it's like this glissando, I believe is what it's called musically, where you're sort of sliding into the notes, whether ascending or descending, but you are sliding into the notes as opposed to more staccato. But it is very much like, it sounds musically like turning a wheel, right? Like when you're turning, it sounds like you're gliding through something. It's a perfect way to sort of sing that word, you know, but also because that word is so staccato, turn. It's one syllable, but when you elongate it, it sounds beautiful, and it perfectly goes with what he's trying to say metaphorically and the meaning of the song, right? So that's fantastic, and the guitars as well. They're really going for it. They're really gliding. Yeah, I think. The latter end of the song, when the song sort of explodes, you know, the electric guitars come in, it's fuzzy, it's very nasty, it's a very dirty sound, but it's this kind of feeling of anger, of expulsion, of like, fucking, I'm tired of this shit, I am gonna change my life, I'm gonna change and course correct, I'm gonna do what needs to be done. And I guess this is why, you know, I love Radiohead, and I love The Smile, and I love Tom York, I love... You know, very eclectic musicianship and very eclectic instrumentation. It sounds very beautiful. It sounds very jazzy, especially that the first time where we get the chorus, the chord progression there is very jazzy. It sounds like a bass, you know, like an actual, like an upward bass. You know, it sounds like you're in a little jazz club. Very reminiscent of like Amnesiac. But then we also can go into this, you know, insane, you know, fucking hard as nails rock sound at the very end. That's why I love Radiohead, and that's why I love The Smile. I mean, they got it. I mean, they love exploring the different feelings of human emotion, you know, from peace and serenity to joy and happiness to anger and frustration. But even in that anger and frustration, it's inspiring. You know, it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. And again, 8-minute song, but it feels like fucking 4 minutes. That's how you know these are musicians right here. They keep you engaged. Again, I interpret it as sort of literally driving off a fucking cliff. But you know, he says, we're coming to a bend now, skidding around the hairpin, a sheer drop down the Italian mountainside. And time is kind of frozen, and you're gazing at the view, and I swear I'm seeing double. We've gone over the edge. The ground is coming for me now, which is interesting. So I guess it's not necessarily maybe driving off a cliff, but it is potentially you're turning, and you're fucking just, and it's that thing where you turn so hard that your car starts to sort of go the opposite way and flip. But either way, I mean, you're fucked. But still, even in that situation, you got to force yourself to turn. Really amazing stuff. And also, I am going to give myself props here. I am on the Genius lyric page of Bending Hectic, and we got one viewer, one current viewer right now. I am the one person in the world right now seeing the lyrics to Bending Hectic. There's been over 24,000 people that have seen the lyrics and that have visited this page, but only one person right now is seeing the lyrics. That's a pretty cool stat, actually. But anyways, all right. I think that's about it for now. Let me know in the comment section below what you think, what you thought of this song. Let me know if I'm off base. If you enjoyed my reaction, my analysis. Like this video if you liked it. Dislike it if you didn't. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this. I told you more Radiohead stuff was coming, more The Smile, all that stuff. And so here we are. If it's your birthday, happy birthday to you, you beautiful creature. Share with your smiley loving friends or frowning friends, you know, whoever. Share this video with them. I think that's it for me. You all take care, stay safe, And until next time, I love you.